Hello, Miami Manny here. If you're reaching this point of the video series, this means you've almost watched almost 3 hours of video of me explaining this Java interface project. So right about now is a very good time to take a break, relax. I know, go biking. That's what I like doing when I can't spend any more time on this, and that is what I did when I was dealing with my calculator program using exponentiation. And you'll see that clearing your mind helps you out a bit. Or if you want to push through, I recommend Red Bull. But seriously, take a minute and just ask yourself, why the heck am I doing this Java class? Why do I want money? Blah 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 blah. Trust me, in the end, you'll end up at happiness. Anyway, aside from me telling you what to do, which I really don't I don't know if I have a right to or not. Maybe I have the right to recommend to tell you what to do, but blah. In any case, I was also informed that my calculator program, which I'm basing these lectures on, or these tutorial videos on, is very inefficient according to my math tutor. Not horrendous code, but he said it was inefficient and that I'm missing the point of object-oriented programming, that I'm still thinking like a procedural programmer. Um, so what does that mean for me? I'm not changing my program. I like it the way it is. It might be slow or whatever, but I don't care. But what this means for you is that there's a lot of room for improvement in my program apparently, and a lot of variety of different things you can do. So this means that you don't have to necessarily I'm doing this project in the hopes that someone is being assigned a similar Java interface project, or some project that is using, constructors, arrays, and all the high-techy stuff, all the things that you need for maybe an epitome project of a Java course or semester. I'm just hoping that I'm helping you out in that fashion. So, oh, sorry. That means there's a lot of room of improvement, a lot of room for you to take what I put to you here, and you can change it any way you want it and improve upon it. So, other than that, I think my break, or whatever this is about to end. Time to get back to programming. Alright, so last time we were together, we were talking about the calculate summing. Well, summing, pretty much. And I realized that we were adding two numbers. I believe this was, let's see, I think this was initialized to 1, 2, 3, and we were adding 4, 5, 6. And I was telling you that this was going to test the rounding feature, which it didn't. I realized that 4, 5, 6 plus 1, 2, 3, you're not rounding at all. So I did 4, 5, 6 plus 4, 5, 6, and if you do the calculation here, this is ends up being 912. Current number is 4, 5, 6, and then it's when it adds becomes 912. And when you run it through a calculator, let me do a standard. So 4, 5, 6 plus 4, 5, 6 is 912. And 912 is exactly what we got there. So I consider the program a success for so far, at least for remember, this is testing specifically when both are positive. So and I also want to take a minute and retrospect on exactly how this is working, just in case. So let's take a look at it. Let's use two example arrays. There we go. We get a couple of lines to represent the columns. I'm calling them columns. They're really different positions on two arrays, but it's all the same. Okay, and this position here, that's 79. And of course, it goes on to 78, 77. And this will go all the way, both of them go all the way to 0. Alright, so let's choose a number, something like, let's use the same thing we were using before, 456 and 459 for the hell of it. Now, one thing that's very important to see here is that we're using, in addition to, we're not just adding 6 and 9, we're also considering a round integer, which is initialized to 0. So keep that in mind. When we do this plus this, we also have an integer r that we're considering, and it's part of the array. Yeah, you can consider it part of the array, not really, but you have an r over each one of these. And remember, when we are considering addition, we are doing it one column at a time. This green column I just highlighted is not considering that column too much. It's just looking at these three components. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue. So what's happening? When we go through the array, first thing is r is equal to 0. Alright, and there's nothing for it to round from a previous number. There's no previous number. As this is a number, we're not adding anything from a round integer. See, the round integer is taking whatever was overlapping here and giving it to that one over there. Hope you see that, and if you don't, we'll go through this step by step. So first thing, we understand that when this is going through the loop, it's first referencing the the number on the most right part of this array, which is position number 79, which is what I'm highlighting in green now. So it takes it from a character to an integer and adds it with the number 9. So 6 plus 9 is what? Well, counting with my fingers, that's 15. Let's see, 6 plus, I don't want to embarrass myself. Yeah, 15. Alright, so we're not adding any integer. So this is what we have as a result of adding these two. Now, what happens next? Round integer is set to 0. Well, it's already set to 0, so that's not changing anything. Now, if the result integer, now remember, this is the result integer right here. Alright, so if the result integer is greater than 9, okay, 15 is definitely greater than 9, subtract 10 from it. Alright, so we're going to subtract 10 from it. Alright, and that leaves us with 5. Alright, and also make round int 1. So now this for the next loop is 1. Alright, now finally take this number, which I'm going to highlight in green now, and put it in the digit character array, which is let's say we initialize the top array is the initial array that we set up, so that's where the result is going to be stored. So we're going to stick it right here in 5. Alright, so now we go to the next loop. We've just done one loop, and now we're getting ready for the next one. Alright, so now here the first thing we're doing is the arithmetic. So 5 plus 5 is 10, and the round integer, which was done in the previous loop, is now set to 1. So 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Now, is 11 greater than 9? Yes, it is. So subtract 10, take out the 1, and remember, round integer for the next is going to be 1 now. So what do we have here? Now we've considered that this result here was greater than 9, and we subtracted 10. Now we are here, and we're just storing the result. So you circle it and store it in this position here as 1. Alright, so now for this column, calculating this column, Same exact rules apply. Okay, so